Scorpios, welcome to an October reading where I really, your birthday season, happy birthday to the early Scorps, the October Scorps. I know there's a lot of you out there. Love you guys. This month, I feel like October is Scorpio month anyway. Like, yes, we go into your birthdays at the end of the month, but we're starting the Scorpio party early this month. And I love that. I love that so much because it's powerful. The Scorpio energy, for you guys, this is easy. For everybody else, it takes a little bit of practice. But if you can dive into this energy, it's, oh my God, you get so much out of Scorpio energy if you know how to utilize it. And the whole world's getting a big dollop of Scorpio energy because Jupiter, that planet of expansion and bigness and all of it, is going into your sign on the 10th. You're going to be feeling it, you guys. You are really going to be feeling it because this is personal for you. You are going to be feeling that sense of expansion on into who you are and what you're bringing to the world. That's a lot. And Pluto, your ruling planet, is doing this whole dance all month with the sun and with Saturn and with Venus, and Mars. I think Pluto's going to be doing trines and squares and oppositions all throughout the month, bringing up these different aspects of these various parts of life. So your ruling planet's doing a lot of moving and shaking. It went direct in September, and it is moving. And a whole bunch of cars just flew out. I'm just getting a sense of what we have going on here. So, as usual, I have notes. I always have a note. And Scorps, you remember how early in the summer we were talking about how the spotlight was on you and there was a lot of intensity and movement forward for you guys because there were just things happening. There was energy in the air that was just directed right at you. I kind of feel like this October it's going to be that again. And it's funny because I have been giving the warning about October that it's a month of truth telling and secrets coming out, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that it is going to just be very Scorpio energy. But because you guys are going to have a little bit of an advantage on that, I don't think it's going to be quite as uncomfortable for you because you're kind of going to be swimming in your native waters and it's going to feel pretty homey and pretty positive. But what I will say is you're going to be having a little bit of that return of the spotlight where you're going to feel kind of seen this month. And actually the note that I wrote for you guys is insecurity is strength. And I do think that weirdly, even though yes, you're swimming in the waters that you know, and you're going to be into some extent in comfortable territory for yourself, I think it's also because there's so much Pluto action, there's so much Scorpio action, you are going to also feel a little bit exposed. Scorpio is going to be the star of the show. It's going to be front and center. It's going to be out and the public to see. A secretive sign that has these really, really deep waters is going to be out for everybody to see. You might feel a little bit of that insecurity. And let's get into the cards because it's showing me this right out of the gate. We have the Judgment card and the Devil. Okay, let's just start off with a bang. So, Jupiter doesn't go into your sign until the 10th. So the first week of the month, there are some dances going on. We have an Aries full moon, which is giving this really intense, forward action energy to everything. Because, Aries is that cardinal fire sign. When you have a full moon illuminating stuff, it's really intense. I believe Mars and Venus are conjunct that day too. So there's a lot of passion. Loving passion going on. There's a lot of illumination. And you're going to be starting to feel this shift too with that Jupiter heading closer to your sign. Here's where we get, for me, these are really interesting together because Judgment is about that coming up from underground and having a realization about something. These people have been underground and they're emerging into the brightness of realization. And I think a lot of you, that full moon is going to illuminate something that you have wanted to share or say or do. And you might even feel a little erratic about it. Like you want to just do something wild to just adjust it, you know, because Scorpios, you guys are super intense and you're truth seekers. You're truth seekers. You know, you sleuth around, you will figure it out. Like, you are not looking for bullshit of any kind. I know this. And, you know, I feel like in some ways you live in the judgment energy all the time. Not that you judge people, but that you are looking for that, the brightness of truth all the time. And to me, the Judgment card is the brightness of knowing. It's the brightness of truth. It's the brightness of realization. It's the brightness of being freed from falsehood, freed from false narratives, freed from all of that. And it has something to do with, I think personally, this is about your relationships. Something that you have locked down there. There's some kind of secretive dark underside, which, you know, you guys are great at too. You know, you guys have your dark side. And there's something about needing to bring this subterranean energy to the surface. And there's where I'm talking about insecurity as your strength. I think you're going to be feeling, whereas the spotlight in this early summer, when we were talking about that in May, I think it was, April or May, the spotlight is going to feel like it is being shown on that tender core that you guys don't necessarily always like to show. But if you can ride with that and just be okay with the fact that you do have that tender side, because you guys, you feel the world. Come on. I know you do. So if you're okay feeling that it's seen and heard, you're going to be fine. That's what's going to free you. So allow the world to know that you are a feeling being, because you are, and you feel the world. You feel the world, and you have things that you want to clarify here. That sleuth, that detective mindset you have something about relationships that you want to clarify here. Now, socially, there's a lot going on here for you guys as well, because the next 5 cards, let's just say it. I don't want to be hard on you guys because I love you so much, but I almost feel like you guys are going to want to start some drama. I can't even hold all the cards up here. So we have the 3 of Cups, which is fantastic. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the 9 of Swords. We have the 10 of Wands. And then we have the 7 of Swords. Sorry. So something's going on here with you guys. And this is where I'm thinking, you know, I know I started this reading off saying you guys had the advantage because you're in your native waters. It's a Scorpio month. October, we're just starting Scorpio season out early is kind of how I'm feeling about it, which is super exciting. I love it. We're all going through transformations. But here's the thing, like the flip side of that is that if you're feeling a lot of that energy, your native energy coming, you might be feeling emboldened to muddy the waters a little bit. You might be feeling emboldened to make things trickier than they need to be. So let's talk through this because I'm trying to feel this out. Like, what is going on? So 3 of Cups, this is fantastic. These are your friendships. And I do think that that's going to be a strong theme for you. Stick with your friends. Let them tell you the truth. Enjoy your time together, socialize. I think get out and be with those trusted people that you love, because what do I do with this, you guys? What trouble are you getting into here? Because there's like almost this competition. I almost feel like you guys are going to be so powerful this month. You're going to be so on fire. You're going to be almost illuminated with energy because you are swimming in your waters. You are going to feel kind of emboldened. Now, what does that do? It can trigger an interesting response from people and from yourself. So the 7 of Wands is about higher ground. It's a card of higher ground. You have it. You have the higher ground this month. You're on it. You have it. You're the guy standing at the top here, right? But there's all these people trying to get in there and topple you down. I think with that spotlight energy I'm getting, some of you are going to feel, I don't mean to say this, but I think here's what I'm getting. Oh my gosh, this is what it is. You guys are going to be feeling super paranoid. Okay? Because of this energy right here. Because the spotlight's going to be feeling like it's shining on your most intimate, tender part. On your heart center, on all these little nooks and crannies of yourself, you're going to be feeling a little bit like you have to defend yourself. And you're going to be feeling, these energies are really internal. These energies are extremely internal. So the 9 of Swords, the 10 of Wands, and the 7 of Swords. The 9 of Wands is when you wake up in the middle of the night and you think you've done everything wrong, or you've messed up, or something's off, or you have to analyze things, and you guys are so brilliant. You know, you can sit in there analyzing and sleuthing it up until you get yourself worked into this point right here. Don't do that. Try, you know, don't listen to these voices here, because they only have power that you give to these voices, you know. And the 10 of Wands is about carrying the load on your own and feeling lonely and feeling isolated and feeling like nobody understands you and that you are alone, and that, you know, yeah, everybody is after you and everybody is trying to take you down because they can see everything that you have, because you are smart and you are sexy and you are interesting and you do have intellect, and there's like this weird thing going on where you guys are kind of going internal, and you're like flipping around the fact that you are this beautiful person with all this depth and intensity. You're gonna don't let it get into your head where you start thinking people are judging you for that, because this 7 of Swords for me too is kind of that thing of like, what story is real? What story is real? You know, we don't know if this guy's stealing, if he's running away, if he's helping out. We don't know anything. We just know that something's off, right? And this can be a real paranoid card. And I think it's weird, you guys. Like, I'm even surprised by this reading, because I think, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, you guys have every advantage this month. You have every advantage. Yes, it's a really personal journey for you guys. October is going to feel extremely personal to you guys. It's really going to feel like your journey, not other people's journey, your journey. But that is it's triggering this weird reaction from you guys where this underneath the surface stuff, you're going to be feeling, the thing is, the energy, that Pluto energy, that Jupiter energy is going to be expanding you. It's almost like I see you guys walking around in the world and thinking that everybody can see you, like with your clothes out, like X-ray vision. So they can see that devil inside of you. They can see the subterranean workings. And there's this paranoia that gets triggered in that because this is the thing, energetically this month, you are going to be magnified. You are going to be magnified. It's going to be a little unsettling because the thing with you guys is that you're so tender and sensitive. It's actually really hard for you guys to have that, like, magnifying glass of the sun bearing down on you like that. Like, spiritually speaking, that's a lot. And I think it's going to trigger in you some paranoia. Don't let that get to you, because the thing is that everything's a lot simpler and cleaner and clearer than it might seem in your head at times. The other thing to keep in mind is that the first part of the month, we are in your 12th house before we hit your solar new year. And that's a time, you know, the 12th house is a time of secrets. It's a time of rest and reflection and culmination, and it's tender. It can make you feel tired. It can make you look back over the last year and question decisions and choices you've made. It can trigger old memories. It can do a lot. So this month is, yes, it's beautiful. It's in your corner. Remember that. But it can get a little foggy and a little weird. And that's all going to be happening up here. So don't let it get to you, because the last two cards are all about clarity. The Queen of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Now, I actually love that we have the Queen of Swords after all of that, the intensity with the 7 of Wands and the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Wands and the 7 of Swords. It's nice to have the Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords is a truth bringer. She's a cleaner upper. She's a forward motion person. It can be a little harsh. I think for you guys, this is what you need. This might be a friend. This might be a lover. This could just be you. But this is somebody who's coming in and saying, just forget all that. Forget the fact that you feel you have to hold the world on your shoulders alone and isolated. Forget holding on to all those old narratives. We're going to start this year fresh. We are going to go into this Jupiter energy, it is there to support you guys. Jupiter is there. It's moving into your sign. It's going to be there for a whole year in your sign. It's the planet of luck and expansion. It is in your first house. It is who you are. And it is bringing you to this Ace of Cups. Where can we take you? You know, yeah, you have this depth of experience, this depth of the world that you know. You have stuff to bring to the table. And you are being asked this year to close out the old cycle and open a new one and share of your gifts and your abilities and who you are as a person in a huge way. In a huge way. I mean, this is asking you to go somewhere new. Ace of Cups is about, this is so great for Scorpios. Not only is this renewal in love, this is just with your watery energy and your depth of feeling of the world. Having an Ace of Cups is about you saying yes to the things that are wanting to come in. And the key to you saying yes is to being okay with whatever subterranean thing is going on here and letting the light shine on it and knowing that people aren't trying to beat you down. People aren't trying to take your power away. People aren't examining your soul as you walk down the street. You are because you're sleuths and you're brilliant and you feel everything. You have a lot. The thing with Scorpios is that you guys have a lot of input. You have like you're intellectual and emotionally sensitive, and like having both of those things constantly coming in at you all the time can really be a lot of overload. It can be a ton, like way too much information. And I think in some ways the planetary alignments and the way that's going, initially you're going to feel like it's too much and you can't take it, and that is going to cause all those internal wheels to go. But by the end of the month, when we hit your birthday season, this clarity is coming in, this forward motion's coming in. You're going to remember that you are on this right path. It's going to be beautiful, you guys. I'm really, really excited for that. So I'm going to pull a card from the Tarot of the New Vision. So this takes the classic deck and does the reverse viewpoint of the card. So we're going to pull one card because I think this month really is for everybody. I've been talking about this month as a perspective change. This is a month where we're being asked to look at the world from the opposite perspective because so much truth is coming out. So we're being asked to step out of our perspective and into a new one. And it can be a little strange and a little uncomfortable. And I think for you guys, it's like you're used to having the X-ray vision out to the world around you, and I think you're going to be feeling a little bit like the X-ray vision is being turned on you. Utilize it. Like I said, insecurity is strength. Insecurity means you're pushing to new horizons. Insecurity means you're opening up doors that you haven't opened before. Insecurity is trying things that you haven't tried before. Insecurity is being a whole human that people want to be around. Insecurity is sharing the fact that you guys are some of the greatest healers and transformers in the world. And when you share of yourself, everybody benefits. Let's see what we got. Oh my gosh, we got the devil again. Whoa, you guys. So that's crazy. So here, this is perfect. I can show them side by side and you can see the two vantage points. So I'm looking at it too. So yeah, I mean, this is funny because it's kind of like, yeah, you know, in some ways I think you look at the world around you and it's overwhelming. It's that heat from the flames in your face, right? Like this is the viewpoint of them looking into the fires of hell, which is so funny. But, you know, that's the thing. I mean, I think the world around you, like all that input, like I was saying, is so much for you guys to take in all the time. It can really be a lot. And it can feel like the heat of the flames are going to like melt your skin off. And it can make you feel paranoid. It can make you feel tired. So keep in mind that the flames aren't there to burn you. They're there to invite you to a new bonfire. And that whatever you're working through as far as, yeah, look at those faces, the mocking demon faces too. I mean, that's paranoia. The world wants, you're scared because you are going to be going into new territory. This next year, you're going to be finding yourself stepping into new territory all the time. And it's going to feel shaky. You're a fixed sign, you're water. It's going to feel shaky to be in that all the time. Take a deep breath. You're meant to be really such an important part of the next year. And your energy is so necessary, and your intuition is so necessary, and people love you and want to work with you and want to be with you and want to address what needs to be addressed and want to hold you when you're hurting. So let them. Let them. Let Jupiter come in and hang out with you. Don't look at Jupiter as that spotlight that's going to burn you to death. Look at Jupiter as a friend that is really saying, you have all these gifts. You have so much heart to give. You have so much to bring to the world. I want to take your hand and go on a journey with you. Let's do it. And the world around you is going to be like, yeah, let's do it with these Scorpios, because they have something. They have something right now that's really extra magical. And I want to be a part of that. So it's going to be a bit of a startling jump into this energy, I think, for you guys, because it's like, whoa, this is my circus. But I think you guys are going to love it. I love you guys. I'm going to leave my website and my email in the description box below. I love to work with you. I do Skype readings, video readings, and phone readings, so I would love to work with you. Leave that all in the description box, along with how you can get this jewelry that I'm wearing. Also, you guys, I'm thinking about starting to do weekly readings with more details about the astrological aspects and pulling some cards and how to leverage the energy to your best ability each month. And it would be like a subscription service. I'm going to keep the monthlies free because I think it's important to share those and I don't want to take that away. But I'm thinking about adding on the weekly readings for people who want to subscribe for a small fee every month. And you would have access to all the videos and they would come out at the beginning of the week so you could really have some information and perspective. Let me know if that's something that you would be interested. Leave your comments below. I would love to hear about your thoughts on that. I'm sending you all the best for the beginning of Scorpio season. I'm so excited. It's some of my favorite times of the year. So intense. I'm all about it. Let's do it, Scorps. I love you guys. Talk to you in November for more birthday action. Bye.